and welcome to the finale of I Love You, Colonel Sanders here on Atrocious Gameplay, our playthrough of this game. It's been a really funny game so far, and I've actually really enjoyed it. If you're coming in here, maybe you're new, or maybe you haven't seen all of the playthrough, you didn't see it in the beginning, make sure to check out the iCard that is up there, so then you can go check out the rest of the playthrough that we have before you get to this one. But if you just want to get to the ending, or you've already seen the rest of it, then buckle up because we got a lot for you. Make sure that if you like this video, all that stuff, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We'd love to have you again in this, as we got really cool upcoming content coming up, in my personal opinion. But anyways, I know what you all are here for. You're here to hear the big announcement that Professor Sprinkles is leaving us. So he clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want all of you to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. Already a decision this morning. We are like less than 2 minutes into the episode, and we've already got a prediction that kind of feels important. That could lose us the game right away, because let's be honest, there's been a couple things that Sprinkles has asked us, and it's ended the game for us. So he must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Why would I give him old homework? Dogs seem to be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's wait. I think we should wait. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room, deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral, runs to the window of the classroom, begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying over his face. The squirrel looks over, he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is this a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks again around here ever again. Get off my tree! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Atrocious, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills all over the classroom? What? Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Are they having their first fight? Aww. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? I feel like we missed a step. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off your cool kids. Had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shapes, don't you know? I don't think he's a triangle kind of guy, if I had to take a guess. Yeah, well, doesn't make it a great date. I thought she had a ton of fun. What's happening right now? Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. She's awful. I'm glad we're going for Colonel Sanders and we're not going for her, because she's obviously got some issues that she needs to work out. Said beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps of his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. He's dead! You killed him, Miriam! How could you? No amount of reasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, not entirely clear where that came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room and to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Yes, it wouldn't be school without a very dramatic, unnecessary breakup. Oh, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. No, I don't need to pep talk her. She's evil. Nah, I mean, I'm sure she's very nice. I'm sure can't judge a book by its cover. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in class in front of everyone? You kind of embarrassed him. I didn't know anything was going on until you just go, yap, yap, yap. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test, hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way around. You're not gonna saddle up with Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first person to show you a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I really should review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. It's called Revenge Soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice your dish. This is it, the location of your final exam, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Atrocious's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to get a fresh pot pie out of the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Make sure to check my bandanas on correctly. Atrocious, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. Don't worry, I am. Don't worry. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. No, don't reject him, embrace him. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up, buddy, fess up. Honesty is the best policy. Oh, okay, you got me. I think that was good. I think honesty was a good policy. You got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's like longer than my arms, I think. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie from just the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, silly. I can smell that it was made by a heaping helping of TLC, but it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and could eat this all day. But there's no time left. The final showdown's about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules except cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices. He's ready to find a way to improve something perfect. His original recipe are fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10. Frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out really cool special cooking moves. They prepare their food. This is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam fiercely injects ingredients in an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, bastard blaster. I hate that. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. That's what he was actually doing. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shadow personality spatula. Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to hurt you there. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let that happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. She's gonna do some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly magical evil? You know, to build up intensity, you would think that I forgot to turn back on my camera and stuff, but actually I just wanted to build up the moment of that line of text, so I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm gonna do it the hard way, though. The hard way sounds like the right way, because, I don't know, Colonel Sanders will probably like the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Atrocious. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Atrocious, ever since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. That's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly in your boiling noodles. Miriam, you don't know how to cook my dish. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of the Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. I don't remember this guy's voice. And as I see the Spork monster. Steve, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, right? We Spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. You have conjured Steve and I hate battling, so you're doing all right. All right, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? I love this stuff. Better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills are really impressing me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? I guess sort of. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I always wanted to be a top chef someday. You know, when I was just a little spork, probably back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely out there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school when I had fallen asleep during some scare tactics class, and when I woke, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Like, comment, subscribe. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck, kid. After suffering this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Never gonna give you up. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Excuse me? My heart is pure. My hands steady. My taste buds are preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Trojans, you are the chosen one. You'll avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands steady. My taste buds have been preparing their whole life for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be really useful, but instead you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. What the heck? I suck. Don't worry, dear Atrocious. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Inspired with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. He's already a foot taller than you, and good God, you've never been so happy to look up. I'm here to help. All that you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing, for I follow my heart, regardless of FDA compliance. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects to surpass individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that it can only come from one student. Yeah, I'm flying. Ugh, go away. Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with it? Why was he giggling? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank I UCSA out history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Prank. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whirl, beep, or another automatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. 4. Van Van, Ashley, me, Colonel Sanders, and Miriam? Even if me and Van Van pair, or me and Colonel Sanders pair up as a group, or Van Van and Ashley pair up as a group, there are still 3. Who's the 4th? It's been a long semester. 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Wow, that is the smallest noodles I have ever seen, and I love it because you have chopsticks. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto? Believe it! Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, sprinkles, and some green tea made from the baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. He doesn't look happy. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Sublime? Wait, is that good or bad? Hold on, back to Google. Sublime. Sublime's a rock band. To cause to pass directly from the solid to a vapor state and condense back to solid form. What? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs that doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal is devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam's overjoyed. She gives you a big hug. Thank you, Atrocious, for helping me believe in myself. Oh, you're welcome, Miriam. I love help. Van, you're up. Oh, so Van and Ashley are separate then. I thought they would have paired together. Describe your dish. I made uni smooth over egg custard with an egg-skewer urchin shell topped with caviar. Disgusting. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Does it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close to account of all the spikes. He gets a paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. Reels back his tongue, is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! Professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't either. I keep bugging my tongue. It's horrified. Stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it difficult to eat? Idiot. Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't disqualify. This isn't the last you've heard of me. There's a Goku over here. Before forcing us to endure a swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. Anybody else notice that she has chicken legs on her legs? I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light roll water syrup topped with French meringue. Meringue? Is that meringue?
Meringue.
Ha! I win! Victory is mine for today. And connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile, meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in yours or something, Atrocious? I told you, it's a display piece. Got toast in your ears. I'm gonna write that down. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, it's a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I want to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You're disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be a fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. Well, Miriam's winning, apparently. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. How did he allow us to just become together? Two chefs. What begins as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Fried chicken in mac and cheese. Where's the pot pie? I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd see everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blows me away. In my 49 years dog life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everybody passes the class. Wait. You pass, you pass, you pass, you pass. Okay, Oprah Winfrey. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone's passed. There's supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, oh, we're getting groovy in here. Everyone's graduated. The students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Cafeteria's been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Are we gonna dance with Colonel Sanders? Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor here seems cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house, woo, woo, woo! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley, oh, they've changed. Oh, these outfits are cute. I like these outfits. Tell everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did when they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. I was tricked to get you to finally notice me.
Music.
Now that everyone's together.
It's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on, I prefer that everyone refers me to the Party Monster. That voice is hurting my throat. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up in talking about the Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Oh, she looks cute. This outfit is cute. Maybe things didn't work out for Mirren romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? I know who. It's not who I was thinking of. It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, and apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see a perch's dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I knew you weren't able to compete in the final exam and accept your diploma, so we mounted directly to your father. Figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And now we get to wing on to school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, but he's arrived late to the dance. You look the same, I think. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. He's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. Who could have guessed that? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I may have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. It's cut up and you won't ever see this, but this line right here took me like 5 tries. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of, humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. I love you in this outfit. It's so simple yet elegant, and God, you're so good looking. Just like the first day you met him, the time has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's just not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. It's time for a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken, and man by not reminding people to go out and buy me chicken. That's it? That's it? That's how it ends? No, it's not the end. I was gonna say that's a weird way to end it. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Atrocious. I couldn't help but wonder, was our final exam team up purely as an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Ah! Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump from the tips of his fingertips. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cooking, just so tender, yet so refined, so silky smooth, fingers like buttery drumsticks turned into flour, soaked in buttermilk and dusted with exotic spices. This is getting a little bit too much for like family friendly. They do not reach for tongs, knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. And though our feet may be tired of dancing, I believe this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner both in business and in life? Could it be? Is he really saying? Me? You? Together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say I love you, Colonel Sanders! The for real end? Wow. A life-changing 3 days. In 3 days, I met someone and fell in love with them and committed the rest of my life to them. Overwhelmed by everything that just happened between you and Colonel Sanders, you step outside to get some air. The quad is dark, quiet, too quiet. Start to smell something. Salty? Potato-y? Gravy? Just then, Spork Monster appeared. Hi, Atrocious, he had some sweet dance moves back there. Thank you. You weren't too shabby yourself. That moonwalk you did was pretty cool on your tippy toes. You got? You know what it is? I'm so embarrassed. Anyways, I had something to ask you. You see, life as a potato-like creature is difficult. I got no place to call home other than people's nightmares. I had no idea. I was wondering if I'd be able to go home with you permanently. I'll run out and get the paper in the morning every day. What do you say? You know what? Sure. What could go wrong? My hero, I'll be forever in your debt. The end. Seriously though, this is the time. Yay! The end. What a game, actually. It's very super fun, lighthearted. I don't think there was a lot of like different paths you could go on, even though the game was giving you choices, but that's okay because I don't think this game is meant to be like Detroit Become Human. Very, very good. I like this game a lot. This was a fun game. This was really, really good. I hope that all of you enjoyed it as well, watching this on YouTube. This is the first visual novel we've done on YouTube. So this was a really cool experience. This was a kind of something that we tried, something that you all thought would be funny, and I hope that you really, really enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos just like this, or maybe you want to check out the rest of the playlist, make sure to go check out the other stuff that we got popping up over there to check out more videos. Again, if you like what you see here, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have an excellent rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.